so well. Isn't it easy? 5 marks are yours, exactly. Okay. Write the pseudocode statement to output the average of the numbers rounded to 2 decimal places. It's a 2-mark question. So what is required? This is the requirement that we have to output the average to 2 decimal places. So what is the change that is needed? Instead of total upon 1000 only, what are we supposed to do is we are going to use the round function. And you can see it's so simple. Round brackets total divided by 1000, comma 2 to 2 decimal places. That was the requirement. Round it to 2 decimal places. So your division of marks is like this. Correct use of round function to round the average and set to 2 decimal places. For example, output the average is round total divided by 1000, comma 2. So 5 and 2 marks are yours in such a short time. Okay. Part C. Explain how could you change the corrected algorithm so that it also finds the smallest number that was input and outputs its value at the end. Now, it is the explanation. Be clear that you are not required to write the pseudocode at all. Any code used must be fully explained. Again, be clear. They want you to explain the changes that you need to bring in the same pseudocode, the corrected one, to find out the smallest value. Now you can see it's a 4-mark question. It means that they are expecting the students to write 4 valid points. What is the first thing that we need to see? When the way you have seen, this question is dealing with declaration. Okay, now let me show you the same pseudocode once again. And now we are expected to identify and explain 4 things that we should do in order to find the smallest number. See, what is the first change? Definitely this line. So here it was high, so definitely what I want is along with this, I may need a smallest variable to be declared first and initialized. So how should we initialize the smallest value? That's great. Smallest will be initialized maybe with 1500, maybe with a very high value. So that is going to be your second point. After that, the way we are trying to figure out using if the highest number, so similarly, we have to use if to find out the lowest number also. And fourth point will be, you have to output the highest number, the way we have done it for the highest. So similarly, outside the loop, we have to have the smallest value also be displayed. So in this manner, for a 4-mark question, you have identified the declaration of the new variable for smallest at the start of the algorithm, initializing of smallest variable to the higher number, when the way we have done earlier, we have told you. Now we have to use a new selection statement like after inside the loop, just to check that whether the number is the smallest number or not, the same way we have done. Now you can see new selection statement after input to compare input with current smallest number, check if smallest number of smallest value flag not set, check if counter equals to 1. So there are different ways that you can write and you are going to get the point. You are going to gain the marks. If input is smaller than current smallest value, should replace it, or if smallest value flag is not set, then if counter equals to 1. Outside the loop, you have to output the current value of the smallest variable. So the same as we have identified